The Chronicles of Keffals, an internet anomaly.
Keffals is a Twitter user best known for her recent campaign against the website Kiwi Farms. Me being me, I decided to take a look into this as the campaign had been—
She's also known for ratioing people on Twitter in the name of trans activism. Guys, if you know anything about activism, the number one thing you should know is that if you're fighting for a cause or a movement or something, ratio people on Twitter. It does nothing but help your side. When I think about how to be someone who defends trans rights and stands up for the disenfranchised and the downtrodden, you know, you gotta go on Twitter. If someone's saying something mean, you gotta go ratio plus trans rights. That's all you gotta do. It's really that simple because, you know, actually, people who are transphobic, they stop being transphobic when you ratio them. It's super effective. It's a great strategy. It works every time. So if you think activism or you know, doing whatever you want for your cause of choice is ratioing people on Twitter, maybe reconsider. Ratioing people on Twitter does not actually help your cause. It does not make you woke or an activist or anything like that. It does nothing but hurt your cause. But that's what Keffals is known for. Transgender activist who gets people on her side by ratioing them. Who knew?
been more vocal than those I've seen in the past. It turns out that Keffals herself has had a very tumultuous time on the internet, so let's cut this intro short and dig into everything.
Yeah, I had water in this cup and then I was like, I'll pour some coffee and I reused it, so 5 guys it is.
Cause let's just say things are a lot more interesting past the surface level. Also, I don't normally have to say this, but don't—
Dude, trans rights on the mic. Like, this is what I don't understand, bro. I know it's not a virtue signal because this person is trans and they obviously care about trans rights, so it's not like a virtue signal, but like, do we need this on the microphone, bro? Like, imagine I got like a MAGA on my microphone. My microphone said, "Make America Great Again." It's just like people join this stream and they're instantly like, all right, fuck this guy. We're not watching this guy. We're not listening. We've all tuned out. This video goes hard on mute. This stream goes hard on mute. No one wants to listen, bro. Bumper stickers and fucking laptop stickers that have your political leaning of choice, you know, summarized into a catchphrase never works, okay? If I'm driving and the car in front of me is like, Biden 2024, I'm like, I'm gonna cut this guy off, okay? I'm not gonna let him make a right turn. It's just annoying, bro. It's an eyesore. I don't want to know your politics in the back of your car or like on a microphone. No thanks.
Don't harass anyone talked about in this video. I shouldn't have to say it, but given these circumstances, I feel it's necessary. Info on Keffals, aka Claire Sorrenti, and her childhood is relatively unknown, with her using the online name Keffals growing up playing Team Fortress 2 and Gary's mod on Steam. She figured out she was transgender when she was 12, started to transition her gender identity at 16 after a 42-year-old trans woman hooked her up with medical help, and in 2013 she and her family traveled to Thailand to get—
Whoa. So this person transitioned when they were 13?
And in 2013 she and her family traveled to Thailand to get—
Oh, at age 18. They moved to Thailand to get gender-affirming surgery? Uh-oh.
Gender-affirming surgery.
Have I seen the William Max show video? Should I? Is that better than this one? No offense to Lanza or anything, but if that's a better video, then I'll watch it.
When she was 18. Keffals has said that her late father helped pay for the surgeries and spent the rest of his life when she came out advocating for transgender rights up until his passing. Soon after she turned 18, Keffals would start an adult career under a false name, posting the expected content on a website both before and after her surgery. This will go relatively under the radar, however, as she had a much more promising career path she decided to pursue as she grew older. Keffals would become a member and organizer of the Communist Party of Canada in 2016.
Oh my goodness, bro. Joining the Communist Party of Canada? When I grow up, I want to join the Communist Party of Canada and stream. At its peak, the Soviet Union was an industrial powerhouse that was capable of rivaling the US economy. All this despite the fact that unlike the United States, the USSR did not build its economy up through indigenous genocide, stolen lands, and extensive use of slave labor. Half of this is misspelled, by the way.
17, and would post about her communist ideals on her old Twitter account named after her. It's nothing inherently interesting, just a lot of talk about communism.
I'm a communist. How does that surprise anybody that I would defend the legacy of the world's first socialist state? Why are Americans so obsessed with how bad the Gulag system was, but are completely silent on how they're the world's largest prison population and consequently the world's largest prison labor industry in the world? Aren't gulags like way worse though, objectively? What even are gulags? Soviet labor camps? Yeah, fucking, I'm sorry to break it to you, but labor camps are worse than being in prison. Is this really what we're doing? Are we making takes like this? Wait a second. Prison is bad. Labor camps are better? What? That doesn't make any sense.
Ism being good and showing that she was actually serious about politics.
Oh no, the reactionaries who have obviously read less than me about communism are telling me to read a book again. Read like Milton Freeman.
And not some random Twitter account. Things weren't looking good for her in real-world politics, however, as despite running in the 2018 Ontario general election in
Yo, that's so funny. She ran in the election. 128 votes. Wow. 0.24% of the vote, placing last. Let's go.
2019 Canadian federal election, she would finish dead last in both. She would continue to participate in the Communist Party until resigning in 2020 after an unknown controversy arose. Luckily for us, Keffels used to run a podcast called The Communist Current, and I managed to find a copy of the episode where she explains her reason for resigning. The episode is much more than just her stating the reason she left the party, and gives a lot of interesting insight on her political identity and the way she carries herself. The beginning starts off with her alluding to people making assumptions and believing lies about her without actually knowing her as a person before jumping into everything. She goes on to talk about her beginnings with communism starting from early childhood and a trip to Cuba, how she joined the Communist Party of Canada in 2017 after the election of Donald Trump and the Quebec City mosque shooting, and how during trips to both Seoul, South...
I don't really understand. So Trump winning made her become a communist in Canada, but that's not even your fucking country. So why would... I mean, obviously I'm not saying Trump has no influence over Canada. They're like our northern border, but I don't know, that seems kind of arbitrary. Like, I'm gonna change my political ideology radically because of what some other country elects to be their leader. Look, man, this is probably the least of this person's problem, so I'm not gonna hyper dissect it, but that seems a bit odd.
South Korea and Beijing, China, she became more infatuated and content with her political identity.
Wait, what?
South Korea and Beijing, China, she became more infatuated.
South Korea is not communist. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything showing me that Korea or South Korea is super communist, so...
with her political identity. Back at home, she'd work with the party more, knocking on doors and trying to spread communism.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, look. Wow, this looks super promising, guys. We got a bunch of winners here. Holy fuck, dude. Y'all want these people in charge? Oof.
There's health decline due to cancer before passing away after being in critical care for 28 days. This led to her working as hard as she could, but as time went on, her beliefs weren't falling in line with the party anymore, and after sending in an amendment about settler colonialism and leading to a long debate, she decided to resign from the party altogether after not getting the outcome she wanted. Keffels goes on to explain that big leaders in the party disagreed with settler colonialism and didn't recognize its existence, which shocked her, along with issues having to do with not being able to talk about said belief during elections and how they tried to control her party.
Yeah, thank you, Third Room, for the $5. She claims America was built off slaves, yet the Soviet economy was built off the backs of forced labor. Well, there you go.
She goes on to criticize China for having a massive wealth disparity despite supposedly aligning with communist and socialist ideals, and how they donated billions of dollars to Israel, going against the party's existence and standards. She ends things off stating that she's still a communist, but will forge her own path from there on out after leaving the party behind. Some people call her a snake and opportunist who only had herself in mind and not for the movement after leave.
These tweets are only 2 days apart. The first one stating the CCP is essentially... Oh, the CPC, sorry. Communist Party of Canada, I guess that's what... Yeah, okay. The CPC is essentially pro-trans, but just after she publicly announced she was going to resign from the party, and the second is implying the CPC's transphobia. Communist Party of Canada has a good line domestically on trans issues. I just wish they held their international allies to the same standard. 4 trans members of the Communist Party of Canada resigned in my city today. Take that as you will. So, the party is the best trans option, but it's also transphobic.
The Communist Party good with trans issues, only to elude the complete opposite 2 days later, along with accusing her of being an online clout chaser in general. There were also rumors of her stealing donation money from the Communist Party for her opiate addiction and that being the reason she left, but as far as I can tell, that seems to be nothing. Keffels herself would say the last time she struggled with her addiction was back when her father passed away, and she's been good ever since. I tried looking more into this but couldn't find anything concrete at all, and given this all seems just to be hearsay at the most, it seems this was just a rumor and nothing more. Soon after leaving the Communist Party of Canada, she would get back into her adult career, changing her Twitter account from Communist Party.
Wait, why is her thing Latina in this? Why does she look Latina? This is not even close to what she actually looks like.
Focused to adult content focused. She would tweet out about money struggles during this time and decided to go back into her adult.
Yeah, that's not what we saw earlier.
Making an OnlyFans along with it, where she would do dominatrix work on those willing to partake in said interests.
Who the fuck's buying that shit? Why are people doing that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that specifically? Dominatrix, bro? Hi, I'm Claire. My most interesting dominatrix story is the time a guy paid me $150 to do an 8... Okay.
That includes a story involving a guy, $150 and some weed, and another involving a fart video that she made.
Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? $3.99. Dude, do I even want to watch this fucking video, bro? This shit's just about to get fucking gross.
And posted to many vids.
Wait, Fake fart. He gave it a 1-star review. He's like, something's happening here. You can either be a smart fellow or a fart smeller, and bro chose the latter. That is crazy, dude. Motherfucker gave it a review. He looks like he's an Uber driver, too. He's got that fucking, like, he's in a car. This guy looks like he's here to pick me up in 5 minutes. But instead, he's a top reviewer, too. Oh my fuck, dude, this is insane.
That video has a review giving us an idea on what to expect, and so
I feel so bad, Lanza. You could have just blurred this guy's face, bro. This is too embarrassing.
dejected with her adult career, she decided to try something new. Keffals had gotten into Twitch streaming during this time, and even had a new podcast called the Clara Gang Pod, where she would talk about things like being a transgender woman and how she got into dominatrix work. She also seemed to wipe the original Claire Sorrenti Twitter account and reactivate it June 28, 2020 for Twitch career purposes, and said account is still up to this day as a backup for her main. During this internet soul searching, there was a Twitter account she made that drummed up a lot of controversy in mid-2021, and an account that is still talked about to this very day. Keffals used to run a Twitter account called Catboy Ranch, something that she's clarified herself in the past on multiple occasions. She also made a Discord server for the account, which had a couple hundred people at one point in time, and even had some suspect looking artwork as the server banner, also posting it on the Twitter page.
The Discord isn't 3 weeks old, but y'all helped us reach 30 boosts.
The account was mostly just Catboy shit posting, but there would be some really weird posts such as this one that gave people a weird vibe, and one sending a meme calling someone's ass.
Joe Biden has been president for 20 minutes and look what he's done to me. Watch out, you're next. And it's like, okay, damn you ass fat. What's your pronouns? Less than 2 weeks. Yo, what the fuck? This person just tried to rizz up a minor. Yeah, you're fucking done, bro. What's up with these people and being pervs? These bread tubers, these online leftists, these streamers, they're all fucking freaks and pedophiles. I can't do this shit, man. Every time. It's like, I don't expect it, but I also know it's coming. It's like, well, surely this one's gonna be good. And then it's just another pedophile. Another fucking pedophile. Man. Dude, this person does not even look like an adult.
But I'll find out that they were 16 years old at the time.
Life in jail, no chance of parole. It's an open and shut case. We don't even have to bring this to a court with a jury. You're going to jail. Fuck you.
Recently, some drama will come out with people accusing Keffals and the Catboy Ranch Discord server of some heinous stuff, but it turns out the Catboy Ranch lore goes much deeper and in a different direction than people expected. On June 21st, 2021, Keffals would tweet out her opinion on lolly pics, basically
if you like drawn child, which means you're based.
the equivalent,
but you just kind of said a 16-year-old was hot, so then how is this even better?
A CP. Some people on Twitter would get pissed about this for some reason, and so Keffals would start to—
The anger that this tweet has caused has been a great way to find and block P-words. But this person also ended up defending Vosh, so what the f. Also, as we'll get into, this person, Keffals, assisted in getting minors on HRT. As we discussed yesterday with Think Before You Sleep, they admitted on Twitter to getting over a dozen minors on hormone replacement therapy. Get the fuck out of here! Fucking predators, man. I can't stand these people. Genuinely the worst people on planet Earth.
People would maul and troll Keffals for the next day or so due to her statement, but then something strange would happen that turned things on its head. During the early morning of June 23rd, 2020—
Y'all fuck with the camera transition? You guys think it's cool? I just set this up. Pretty good.
The name of Sorrel would make a post exposing another Discord server called Fanboy Hangout after finding out that a 13-year-old was talking sexually and the admins were doing nothing to stop it.
Can you turn it down? I'm on Mount Vernon. I don't even know what that means, any of that.
An admin would be made aware of the 13-year-old and their suggested posts and not do anything about it and beat around the—
Admin Fanboy Okay, so this is an admin of the server that Keffals ran. The admin defends the server's practices allowing underage users, despite the risks, also lol, on the off chance they will be groomed. They already have. Alright, so of course, you know, misery loves company. This freak is also associating with other predators who run the Discord server. And are we surprised? No, we're not. Unbelievable. I say unbelievable the things that are at this point highly believable. I'm gonna give this video a like.
The Bush basically summoned it down to, if we ban them, nothing will actually stop happening, so why do it? And proof of the person being a minor would come out as they had an under 18 role.
Right.
All those talking to the minor and not telling them to stop or leave the server were some really messed up people. A video will be posted providing further proof, and it will come out that Catboy Ranch, the Twitter account ran by Keffels, was in the server. Keffels would say she had nothing to do with anything that was said in the server and left it after being made aware.
Oh, okay, never mind. So Keffels did not own the server. I've absolutely nothing to do with that Discord, and I think it's disgusting. I warn people about it. Okay. I retract my current statement. This is not Keffels' server, although it's the same exact name of their Twitter account, so.
Of what was going down. Where things get weird is that Sorrel got suspended soon after posting the thread, for the reason being an old Chaos post he made, a type of shit posting related to the video game series Final Fantasy. It's also worth pointing out that recently on an alt account, Sorrel has gone on record to imply that Lolly isn't CP, which is against Keffels' belief that it is. Yeah. Around the same time he got suspended on Twitter, Keffels made posts saying that a bunch of pedos were writing threads about her and dragging her name into some mess, and gleefully celebrated when one of them got suspended from the site. It's pretty obvious to tell that she was celebrating Sorrel getting suspended from the site, and the claims of her throwing pedo allegations onto someone comes down to opinion on lolly pics, which for some reason is really decisive on Twitter. Sorrel's thread would get reposted by someone named Dimitri after he got suspended, and some people were accusing Keffels of mass reporting his Twitter account. I tried to look for any hard proof of this and couldn't find any. All I could find were people dunking on her for saying lolly bad while in a Discord server where a 13-year-old was saying some suggestive stuff. While there's still the possibility she sent her mob to mass report Sorrel's thread, until there's hard evidence it can only come down to speculation at most. Keffels would make her final comments on the drama a couple hours later, making it about herself, saying that she believes people dug this up to try to get the own on her after what she said, and that if she never said anything about this, the drama wouldn't have happened to begin with. She would state that people are being bad-faced by lumping her into a group of people with guilt by association logic, and that she joined the Discord server when it was a Vosh Stan server to make fun of fans and sell
Wait, what? Hold on. Vosh stands? Okay.
them interacted in it.
But she is a Vosh stan. Like, didn't we realize that this person literally will go to bat for Vosh and, like, defend everything he does? Like, it's so funny. This person, Keffels, literally was like, yes, you know, Lolly is bad, and then Vosh gets caught with it, and then Keffels is like, oh, they're just trying to cancel him, you know? They're just trying to cancel him, and they're just literally, they're grasping at straws, guys. They're cherry picking. They need the context, which makes sense. I mean, that she would do that to, you know, try to win over the Vosh approval and, you know, just try to win over his fans and stuff like that and just kind of social climb in that way. But yeah, never really a good thing to defend CP or Lolly, so.
Minus someone saying she only made a handful of shit posts before becoming inactive. There were also claims of people getting collars with Catboy Ranch on them, but as far as the collar stuff goes, the people seem to all be at least 18 years old when asking for one. I dug through all of Falling Man's posts on Twitter, and the one thing pointing that they're an adult would be right here where they say they don't want to waste money on a car. Catboy_F has had mid-20s in their bio since 2019, 2 years before making their collar post, and Femboy Politics was 18, as their Twitter bio says their birth was in 2002, and the collar post was in January 2021. Fanboy Finance posted their collar pic on Twitter on January 5th, 2021, and Keffels
I'm sorry, bro. I know this is all, like, everyone's talking about whether this is okay based on their age. Like, are they 18? Are they 17? Whatever. And there's absolutely something to that. I don't think you should be getting fucking, like, little BDSM collars or whatever when you're under the age of 18. Like, no fucking shit. But, like, the idea that it's all of a sudden normal and, like, totally acceptable to do it once you're 18 is fucking stupid, okay? For number one, it's just weird. Why the fuck do you, as a person, ever feel the need in your life to get a little fucking collar around your neck? Very bizarre. I know, like, you know, there's some people that are into that, like, sexually or whatever, and they put that on in the bedroom, and it's just like, hey, man, you know, I mean, at that point, I mean, if there's ever gonna be a time and a place, I guess it's there. But motherfuckers in public who have the audacity to wear that shit and burn my eyes, it's like, dude, I want to, like, do a citizen's arrest on you, okay, for public indecency. Get the fuck out of here. Get off my sidewalk, bro. I'd rather see a tweaker. I'd rather see a tweaker shitting on the fucking sidewalk and then something and asking me for $1 or something, bro. These people, because the comparison there is like the tweakers are obviously abnormal. They know that they're fucked up and whatever. But these people, they try to blend in. It's like they camouflage, they chameleon. It's super annoying. Well, hey, I'm just a normal motherfucker. No, you're not. No, you're not. Go home, stay inside, rot. So obviously, you know, it's not okay for it to be under 18 or whatever. But when you're 18, you know, it's like, dude, grow the fuck up. All right, what is this shit? You know, the heart collar. collars. I'm a fucking cat boy. I'm a little cat boy. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I can't with these people. I'm just a little soft cat boy. Meow, meow. Shut up, bro. You're a disease. You're the symptom of a dying society. Like, if there was a doctor who took the temperature on society, how's society doing? Oh, wow, you have 104-degree fever. Might have to do with the fact that people are wearing collars, and it's just a very sick population. Genuinely gross, and it's not okay. It's just like, look at this person on screen, okay? Cat boy entrance. Dude's balding, receding hairline, grown fucking man, and he's dressed up like a cat. Cat boy entrance. You're not a cat boy, bro. You're just a man. You're a grown man who's balding, bro. Go get some finasteride. Let's get that hair back. You're not a cat boy, bro. You're a fucking freak.
While there wasn't any age explicitly attached, I decided to dig further and found out that Femboy Finance had an OnlyFans account that they started posting content on in December 2020.
Dude.
Meaning that they were indeed over 18 years old by the time they got their collar. I also came across their Instagram with a more—
Like, why would you own this? Property of Catboy Ranch. You have a disease, bro. A mental disorder.
high-def picture of the collar along with them wearing it for those interested. So yeah, the Catboy Ranch allegations are all bullshit. The screenshots are from Femboy Hangout, a server that Keffels was definitely in, but as far as we can tell, seldom interacted in, and left when made aware of the screenshots and the subject matter.
Bro needs keeps.
While there's no proof of Keffels being the reason Sorrel got suspended, it's certainly—
Alright, let's get out of the Catboy Ranch. I don't really give a fuck about this.
Before, Keffels started to stream on Twitch and made a podcast soon after—
Because this is just like a cringe Twitter account, and then, well, I guess, you know, the rizzing up the 16-year-old is fucked up, but obviously let's just be charitable. She probably didn't know the age. All right, that's fine, right? Not fine, but, you know, excusable. What else? I mean, yeah, it's fucking depraved and it's socially inept and it's generally just, like I said, symptomatic of bigger problems in society. But I don't think this is anything too— I mean, obviously the Discord server's fucked, but, you know, she's saying she had no involvement in that. So I guess that's that. Whatever. We'll go to the next chapter here.
But none of this was getting
I'm such a cat boy. You're 25. Go pay taxes. Literally, fucking go pay your taxes. Clean your room. Do laundry, bro. Do some laundry. Take a shower. You know, arrange a night where you can go out drinking with the boys and just go bowling. Go to Dave & Buster's. I know that's more childish and more juvenile, but even Dave & Buster's, you know, just go play some games. All right, go play blackjack. Go to the casino and play Jack Black. Hello, what the fuck? Go play blackjack. Stop being a cat boy, bro. Get yourself an IPA or a Coors Light. Drink it, and then go play poker. Go play poker with the boys. It's $20 buy-ins. You're gonna lose all your money, but then you're gonna buy in again. You're gonna be up for a little bit. Then you're gonna lose again, and then you're gonna buy in double for 40, and then you're gonna make it all back, and you're gonna go home drunk with a smile on your face, wake up, and you're gonna be like, that was fucking awesome last night. Why was I ever living as a cat boy? Why was I ever condensing my identity to being a fucking cat boy? No.
Major attention towards her name, as she was just like any other run-of-the-mill streamer in the endless void that is Twitch live streaming. She had the Keffels Twitter account since August 2018 and started to use that to promote her streams, along with running Catboy Ranch before that.
What is Italian X? Is that like Latin X, but Italian? I hope that's ironic, right?
She first streamed under her name, then under Clara Aloe Vera, then under Keffels with a Z, before finally settling on her online tag spelt the way it is today. Though it looks like Keffels deleted and reactivated her Twitter account as the join date changed to December 2020, it was just like any other account you see on the site. She would mainly shitpost and promote her Twitch streams for her followers and nothing you haven't seen before. While researching this video, I came across a multitude of Twitter accounts related to her or referencing her name, but I can't tell which are fan accounts and which are actual alts of hers. Nonetheless, her Twitter addiction has been well documented already given the ones we talked about earlier,
bro.
And in fact, she
Dude, 4 accounts? Come on, dude. Go the fuck outside, please. Dude, we did not write the Constitution for this shit, man.
It's been well documented already given the ones we talked about earlier, and in fact, she started to dabble into her favorite pastime on the site around August 2021. All of this—
there we go, the ratioing. Here it comes.
Slowly but surely gain her a small
them
fan base of around
I didn't know that.
17,000 followers by the
Damn, I don't have that many followers. You guys should all follow me on Twitter, by the way. At Acheeto with 3 O's.
time 2022.
Excuse me, I burped.
Her account wasn't anything popular, but that would change in March 2022 after getting into beef with the streamer Destiny. Now, most people first saw her hatred for him start that very month, but it actually started a couple months prior before the year change. So let's see what issues she had with him before that faithful month rolled by. Things
All right,
start between
so
Destiny
what's the beef with Keffels here? So he's making fun of deer gender. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I arguing with people online pretending that they're fucking deers? Being
Named
based.
Doe?
Bro looks like Skrillex. Keffels. I kind of see that actually. Bangarang, base trans. Wah, 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 estrogen. Bangarang.
identifies as a transgender deer.
Yeah, I fuck with Skrillex though.
They basically would talk shit to each other on Twitter on and off for a year and a half, but things would take a drastic
And then Demon Mama, oh, this person who I debated, some of you guys may have noticed Doe's main account has disappeared. So this person's defending the deer gender motherfucker.
turn as on October 13th,
Illnesses, bro.
2021, Doe would have a failed attempt on her own life, with Keffels taking notice herself sending her condolences.
I hope it's resting. So the deer person killed themselves or something?
Start to hate Destiny after he said things making fun of her friend Doe's attempt on her life, and would tweet wishing for him to lose his Twitch affiliates.
So Keffels is saying that Destiny should get banned because, wait, what did he say? You're back on Twitter after a suicide attempt telling other people they're sick. I mean, is that really like making fun of him though? I mean, I feel like that's just like, I mean, you can't call people sick when you literally think you're a deer and you attempted suicide. And what else did he say? Why the fuck would you attempt suicide and then write a letter to your fans on Twitter? What does this world get me at? None of this is promoting it, by the way.
Said things making fun of her friend Doe's attempt on her life, and would tweet wishing
no, he didn't though.
start to attempt on her own life. Keffels would start to hate Destiny after he said things making fun of her friend Doe's
I don't know if he really made fun of it though, to be honest. I feel like this is not making fun of that. Maybe I'm so used to like Twitter and people saying like rest in piss and we're smoking your pack and whatever. That to me is super disrespectful and that's like taking it too far. I feel like this is, I mean, like this person thinks they're a deer and they attempted game ending and then what he says like you're calling other people sick. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit like fair.
and would tweet wishing for him to lose his Twitch affiliate status and thousands of dollars and such. However, another instance would make her hate Destiny.
Wait, did you just call him far right?
Status.
That's hilarious.
And thousands of dollars in such.
Destiny is not far right. He's literally far left. That's a joke.
However, another instance will make her hate Destiny even more, and this time something that hits a little closer to home than the last. On January 4th, 2022, Destiny would catch wind of Chloe, aka Bob, posting after she made a statement saying she got 500 minors on HRT, with Destiny replying,
Wait, 500? I got like 500 minors on HRT? Holy yeah, it's time for the handcuffs. Anyone got any spare handcuffs? Yo, make sure they're stainless steel handcuffs. We cannot let these motherfuckers escape. Anyone who says shit like this should get the FBI investigated. Crazy. Like, if I joke like, oh, I had a bad day, I'm going to the Capitol or something, they're like, wait, you said you're going to the, wait, you going to the Capitol? You're a domestic terrorist? And then it's just like, these people can literally tweet, yeah, I did like groom like several hundred minors and have chemically castrated them, committed like a barbaric atrocity onto their bodily autonomy. And the FBI's like, y'all hear anything? Motherfucker, did you just listen to what was said? Unreal, bro. Straight to jail.
posting after she made a statement saying she got 500 minors on HRT, with Destiny replying so.
Yikes, Bob posting is an actual pedophile. There we go.
Chloe has
Based
gone on
Destiny.
record saying she makes her own estrogen in a bathtub and takes it for herself.
So
aptly
Bob posting is Chloe? Why is your name Bob? Who is posting it? It should be Chloe posting.
calling it bathtub estrogen.
Good to see you, Mr. President. Good to see you too.
She has also stated on multiple occasions supplying minors with the same bathtub estrogen behind their parents' backs, at one point even hinting at doing it with another person who a month later ended up
Yo. I can't do that stuff that isn't prescription because I can't buy anything without my parents' consent. I mean, only if they find out. Go the fuck to jail!
She's even gone on record giving tips on how to make it yourself and stating how she makes $400 a month from donations showing people how to buy DIY HRT, clarifying that it was just showing them how to buy it. Interestingly enough, these two
it's how to make the chemicals that ruin your entire chance of like having the same gender composition chemically that you would have normally through puberty. It's just where to buy it. Like Yelp. It's like Yelp. It's like TripAdvisor. Good estrogen near me. Hey Siri, where's the nearest estrogen clinic? I'm 14, by the way. Oh, I'm just knowing where to get it. Not how to make it. We're not pedophiles over here. I'm not gonna make it. Really, gamer.
tweets have been deleted from her Twitter page, and as far as I can tell, she nuked all tweets prior to January 21st, 2022, so who knows what went on there. Keffels is close friends with Chloe, as she has tweeted out about an intimate experience between the two of them back in
Thinking about that time when it was... Yo, I'm gonna throw up.
August
Get
2021,
this shit off
and
my
so would take
schedule.
offense
Haram
to what
detected.
Destiny said to her for doing what she believes is a noble.
Need DIY? Yo, DIY? Yo, bro. Remember when it was like DIY, like Rainbow Loom? DIY fidget spinners? How to make your own fidget spinners from home. You can't afford the $30, you know, titanium fidget spinner? Here's how you can make one by yourself. Here's how you can make your own Rainbow Loom. And now it's like, here's how you can DIY chemically castrate yourself, bro. You guys see the smile on my face? I'm so happy, bro. I love this. I love this like paradigm we're living in. It's so great and progressive, and there's no issues with anything, and everything is great, and everyone is singing in harmony. It's great. We're all having a great time here, right? On fucking real, bro.
Cause, which is to give minors access to hormones easier. Keffels herself has made posts on how she has helped get minors on HRT, going into detail on how she would—
Yeah, this is it. I've assisted at least a dozen minors get on hormone replacement therapy, cope and conceive. Yeah, I'm gonna usurp power from the Canadian government, and my first order in office will have you escorted in handcuffs into a solitary confinement center. No phone, no Twitter, just you alone with your thoughts and regrets.
would do it through a youth group she helped run, and has gone on record stating she will transgender your children.
Yeah, that's getting tweeted. That is getting tweeted right now, actually. Matter of fact, everybody go like this tweet. This evidence needs to be seen by the world, bro. Everybody like this tweet. On God, bro. Like this tweet. We gotta get Keffels arrested. That's my operation right now, is arrest Keffels.
And has gone on record stating she will transgender your children and won't let anybody stop.
And motherfuckers be like, yo, anyone calling us groomers is like fear-mongering. And it's like, well, then why did you say this? Why did you literally say that I'm gonna groom people? I don't care if you call me a groomer. I'll fucking groom you. I'm not afraid of being called a groomer because I am one. See what happens, bro.
They're doing something noble. Seeing Destiny call Chloe a pedo not only pissed her off on Chloe's behalf, but also on her own, as she believes Destiny is spreading a dangerous stereotype around using that language.
It's a stereotype to call these pedophiles because I'm literally a pedophile, and saying that I'm a pedophile is actually lame, but when I do it in a self-deprecating way, it's ironic, but it's not ironic because I'm literally doing the thing. What are you saying?
As she believes Destiny is spreading a dangerous stereotype around using that language. Even recently, on June 26, 2022, Keffels will start to sponsor Chloe's website, the DIY HRT directory, with her name plastered at the bottom of the page.
I just sponsored the DIY HRT directory, so trans teens can get access to hormones below the age of 18. Let's go! Let's go, dude. Dude, this is great news. I can't wait, bro. Grooming. What the fuck, bro?
Stating it's a DIY directory for people under—
Every time you call me a groomer, you'll only make me go harder? Okay, well then you're just every time you say that I'm grooming kids, I'll just groom even more of them. Checkmate, chud. Literally. Fuck you, dude.
under the age of 18 to access hormones, showing she's going full force to support her cause. One of the sellers listed on the site specifically says that it's homebrewed medicine, which is unsettling given the circumstances.
Dude, you're not Walter White, bro. You're not Walter White. Shut the fuck up.
That being said, Keffels would keep quiet as she didn't want to partake in any beef at the moment, and so would move on with their life. However, the straw that broke the camel's back would come just a handful of weeks later, and is what finally got some big eyes watching her Twitter antics. Leah Thomas is a transgender woman who would end up beating her competition in the NCAA Division I National Swimming Championship, and in doing so would cause backlash on the internet, with people saying there's a competitive advantage going on due to Leah being male to female. Twitter user Capri will reply to Destiny's claims about the matter on Twitter, say no prior research suggests trans athletes have a competitive advantage.
Does anyone believe this shit, though? Like, who actually believes this at all? Like, do real humans believe that the 6'6" person who was for their entire life male and then decided to become a female, who basically for half their life had the advantage of a man, that just all goes away? Unless you have a fucking shrink ray, you're still gonna be the same height that you were when you were a dude, okay? I'm sorry, that's just how that works. It's literally smurfing. You're fucking smurfing, bro. Trans women in women's sports is just smurfing. It's like if a fucking top 500 CSGO player, like Simple, who won the major, decides to smurf in a fucking bronze lobby. Yo, why are we like getting like headshot from spawn across the map every round? I can't even move forward without a bullet piercing my skull. That's not normally how it plays at this rank. They're like, huh, no, I don't think they have a competitive advantage. It's not like they have a professional player who plays 10 hours a day and has over 7,000 hours on the game and is blessed with that Swedish genetic gift of just being the best fucking CSGO player of all time. Literally, I'm sorry. Let's just face facts here. And like, I don't want to pull up that video of like the fucking, you know what video I'm talking about? The MMA fight where the trans woman like knocks out the cis woman within like 30 seconds and she's on the floor and like almost died. And we have to like pretend that it was like, it was a close call, okay? It was an even matchup. No, the fuck it was.
Twitter user Ian Miles Chong would quote tweet saying it was a bunch of horseshit and provide a link why they're wrong, and Capri would private their account soon afterwards. Keffels would hop on the train after seeing another friend of hers going through something and tell Ian that his reply caused people to harass Capri, and pulled off her now infamous ratio because likes equal winning and power to her. She's even said it herself.
I used to think the ratios were really funny and silly, but now I realize that There's power in it.
Capri would make a post thanking Keffals for ratioing Ian, and Destiny would catch wind of this post and call it one of
This
the
might be one of the cringiest things I've ever read in my
cringiest
life.
things he's ever seen in his life. This would be the last straw as
Should I call Destiny? I don't know. I'll ask if he wants to talk about Keffals.
Destiny making fun of her friends and calling them names, and so she would quote tweet snitching on Destiny as he has been ban evading on his Twitter account. On March 23rd, Destiny would end up getting suspended on Twitch for hateful conduct with no reason given, and Keffals would immediately start to gloat about it, saying how she took away his primary source of income before saying she actually didn't do anything and was just celebrating his suspension in general. Keffals would again tweet trying to get Destiny banned off Twitter for ban evading, and then would turn her eyes to Lauren Southern after she called her out for going after Destiny's livelihood, in which Keffals would
Oh wow, a trans advocate I can't read, bro. Oh wow, trans advocate censoring and destroying the income of people who slightly disagree with them. Wow, this is sure making me love the online trans community more. Wonderful activism. I've always wanted to ratio Lauren Southern. It's like she doesn't even this fucking idiot reads this thing, which is basically saying, yeah, spreading all this hate in the world to, or like just, you know, harassing people and taking away their income and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't make people like you. Neither does ratioing, by the way. And she's like, ratio, fucking ratio. Literally just brain dead. Stock coffee, yes sir. I put that in the Five Guys cup though. I'm telling you, this shit, if you ever want to stream stock coffee, gets you wired, bro.
And Lauren would say that won't make her a real woman before deleting the post, not wanting to get banned off Twitter herself. Lauren would go ahead and restream her first debate with Destiny on Twitch and get suspended herself, showing it was for restreaming Destiny as it's against Twitch TOS to show suspended creators on the site. Keffals would challenge this in her very own tweet. Lauren would show Keffals herself that was for the aforementioned reason and called her out for lying, and Keffals would once again ratio in revenge after being proven wrong. Keffals would go on to accuse Destiny of stealthing people, which is when you take the condom off during action without letting your partner know, a very serious crime with no evidence, mind you, before walking it back after realizing how big of a lie she just said.
So she basically just accused Destiny of like raping people, and then she's like, oh, I probably shouldn't say that. It's like a little bit of like defamation. Whoopsie.
Oh yeah, meanwhile he stealths
But meanwhile, it's so funny. It's like, well, you stealth people. It's like, well, yeah, you like molest children. Like you basically groom children. So good job.
people, which is legitimately a form of rape. Insane. Insane shit. Isn't that what... Wait, I don't know if he did it. Wait, backing up, I don't actually know if he did it.
The audacity to ever accuse someone of doing something like stealthing or whatever when this is what you're publicly bragging about is like insane to me. Imagine giving a fuck about stealthing but not giving a fuck about like grooming. Very interesting.
All of these Twitter shenanigans would attract the attention of Joshua Moon, the current owner of Kiwi Farms, and so he would talk about her on his podcast Mad at the Internet on March 25th, 2022. Keffals would be made aware of this and make a post stating that she would be staying put with the support of her community and she'll be taking
I have to be like RN. Sorry, give me. Dame un segundo. Gracias. Yes, I washed my hands.
the necessary precautions to get past this. She would post
Not bad Spanish, to be honest. Well, I feel like I've said this before. Like, I'm like 1/4 Puerto Rican, so... Mi abuela solamente habla español y yo entiendo un poco.
a meme referencing how she got Destiny and Lauren banned literally within days of each other, but the very next day she would tweet saying that the people had been actively doxing her and she had to get her mother to shut down all her social media accounts before saying she won't let these people win. The people she's alluding to would be in reference to Kiwi Farms, as users had made a thread on her that morning compiling all the information they could find on her. The thread itself had gotten to over 100 pages within a few days, showing that they were really on her case unlike most people they talk
I'm
about.
Latinx, motherfucker.
Around this time is when Keffals would start to ratio everyone and everything on Twitter because it makes her feel powerful. She would ratio again, and 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 again. The whole month of April was basically just her ratioing and talking shit on Twitter now that a bunch of people knew who she was. She even started saying stuff to Destiny's wife simply because she hates the both of them. People would talk about her, calling her an asshole and such, but other than playground insults, there wasn't really anything interesting going on yet. That is, until summer rolled about. On May 13th, Twitch streamer Stardust was invited onto Dylan Burns' Hippy Dippy Roundtable to talk about the usual political topics you'd come to expect. During the stream, she would find out that Keffals tuned in, and after seeing her on it, would make a post stating how she was invited but chose not to go on because she was friends with Flamenco, someone who Keffals absolutely hates as he's a known Kiwi Farms user, and she believes he was part of getting her doxxed despite no proof at all. Stardust would dip out of the stream, not wanting to bring any more unnecessary negative attention, and would make a series of tweets on why, mainly dumbing it down to not wanting to cause any trouble for people not involved in her now beef with Keffals. Danabo, the booking manager for Dylan Burns, would go ahead and post his booking timeline, showing that he invited Keffals on May 11th, and after not getting a reply, he would invite Stardust on. Keffals would respond 2 days later, 11 minutes before the livestream was about to start, only to decline 5 minutes after the show started once she found out Stardust was involved, even though by that point she was already replaced by her after not responding. On May 18th, Stardust was watching a Keffals stream, and when she found out Keffals would add her name to a bot that bans anybody that follows her in her own stream, basically alienating some of her followers and making them choose either her or Stardust over what is essentially a petty beef over being friends with someone she hates.
So basically, we're adding to the bot to make it so anyone who follows Stardust automatically gets banned from this stream. If you're following Stardust and you hit follow on this stream, you will be banned from this stream. So here's your message right now. If you're following Stardust, unfollow Stardust, because in the next 12 hours or so, when this goes into operation.
Oh no, I'm gonna get banned. Shit, that sucks.
Dude, does Keffals even like stream like at all? Keffals live. Wait, are they live? Shit, Shut up. What was that noise? 24 days ago? This motherfucker doesn't even stream, bro. Last tweet was 23 hours ago. I'm on to you. We will find you. Okay, that sounded, you know what I mean. Not like in a, okay.
Followers will be permanently banned.
That is so funny.
Well, obviously,
weeks will go by, and Keffals would get into
so.
some weird beef with the Quarter and just shit-talked each other, with the Quarter misgendering her to piss her off, and Keffals going after his sponsors and making fake DMs to goad him into joining the stream to debate her. It was extremely childish from both ends overall, but things would come to a boiling point when Keffals would finally sit down and have a conversation with Stardust on July 10th. Their conversation would start off positive.
You know, that thumbnail's crazy. With the little girly font. You fucking bitch.
Sit down and have a conversation with Stardust on July 10th. Their conversation would start off positively, with Keffals apologizing for being so abrasive and being a general asshole towards Stardust.
I want to start off by apologizing for how abrasive that I've been towards you, like especially with the Dylan Burns thing.
That's fine. I mean, I know you're new to the scene and it can be overwhelming and stuff like that.
They would converse
Apology
a bit like any
not
normal
accepted.
people would, and go on to clarify some other situations they had. To sum it up, things were heading in the right direction. That is, until Flamenco was brought up. Keffals believes that Flamenco was part of the doxing because he's part of the Kiwi Farms community, even if he didn't outright search for the information himself, whereas Stardust doesn't believe so and considers him a friend. They would start to discuss their opinions on the matter, and after getting frustrated that Stardust—
How old is this? Oh shit, I'm late as fuck to this.
was standing by her own, Keffals would lose her cool.
Yeah, so again, I can't speak on behalf of him.
L grooming.
I would just say that if you want to talk to him about that would be something that he can talk to you about. But I can't really.
Yeah, I'm late as fuck, bro. I'm sorry. I like now that I'm streaming more, I can just watch this kind of like hour-long recaps to get me up to speed on some of the dog shit, which is good because I'm not watching this shit in my free time. Like this is good for my job because I can entertain you guys while watching this shit, and it's just like everybody wins. I think. Joji the homie with the $5 donation.
I need the max win.
We need a max incarceration of groomers and pedophiles. I don't fucking know. Mass incarceration? Maximum incarceration, bro.
Comment on that. I do know that, I mean, I feel like it's kind of
unpopular opinion, grooming is cringe. I feel like that is a popular opinion, but not among these people, so.
hypocritical.
Well, I mean, she was like, let's fucking go. Grooming. It's like a sport. It's like they chant for the grooming team. Very odd.
Be, blaming him for being part of a forum, right?
Oh, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Really?
I'm sorry for being so mean. Shut your mouth.
Shut the fuck up. Blaming him for being part of a thread that is engaged in so much harassment that my fucking mother's address was leaked and they went after my family. How fucking discourse brained are you that this is actually something that you would say? Holy.
After seeing Flamenco in chat, Keffals would tell Stardust to tell Flamenco she doesn't approve of him being on Kiwi Farms, but since Stardust doesn't have an issue with that and only cares if he posted her docs around, Keffals gets frustrated and berates Stardust after seeing she doesn't follow the same guilt by association mindset.
But I need screenshots of him actually posting
All
docs.
right. I'll get all of those fucking. He didn't post the fucking docs. He engaged in group harassment.
If he encouraged
like other people by engaging in group. Do you know what group harassment is? You have more than 2.
Oh my god, bro. How old is this person? 29? Yeah, it's over, bro. Hey, I'm 20 years old and I got more money than you'll ever see in your life.
Sells Jesus, Stardust.
I know.
Their conversation would swiftly end soon after, with both parties talking.
Hey, that was a low blow. But this person's a fucking pedophile, so I'm sorry. You know, is flexing on pedophiles that bad?
Talking over each other until Keffals leaves after her failed attempt to bully Stardust into following her mindset.
Keffals,
Jesus Christ.
You have slandered me as a white nationalist, as a white supremacist, as a neo-Nazi.
I literally do not give a single shit because you are
groups.
You've
done that to groups of people.
To begin with.
I am such a smaller content creator than you, and you think that it's okay for you to slander me as a white nationalist, as a brown woman, by the way.
I recommend you watch the video on your own time, but from what we can gather here, it's very obvious this comes down to a difference in mindset. Keffals believes that since Flamenco posted on her Kiwi Farms thread that he's part of the problem, whereas Stardust doesn't believe so because he never actively spread her docs around. Their mindsets didn't mix together, but instead of discussing it in a formal way, Keffals just resorted to bullying and name-calling to belittle Stardust in front of her viewers. On July 18th, Keffals will launch up a stream against Destiny, saying how it would expose him to the world as a Kiwi Farms user that promotes the website. The part that covers Destiny shows that he only posted on his own Kiwi Farms thread, and someone complaining on his thread that he used a screenshot from the Keffals thread in a Twitter post and wanted credit, showing that he's looked in her thread before. Something to note is that Keffals showed interest when someone said he was known as Winter on the site before it turned out to be false.
He is indeed Winter? You're fucking with me.
I think I went on this website like once just to see if it was like up, because I know the big thing with Keffals was like making sure the website doesn't have DDoS protection and cannot be used, which I think is cringe unless there's something I'm missing. I think this website is just like a what's it called? What are they called? Those websites? Thread websites?
No, you're absolute no.
That name Winter will be important later on, trust me. The rest of the stream is her trying to manipulate people and say that Destiny and his audience are in cahoots with Kiwi Farms, and that he's a multitude of negative things. But there isn't any proof to this at all, and mainly comes off as Keffals reaching as far as she can to villainize Destiny to her audience. Her Twitch account would also get suspended for a moment with no reason given, but the assumption was it was because she had slurs in her thumbnail, and Twitch is extremely strict about that kind
Excuse me, where's the thumbnail? Or slurs in the thumbnail? I guess this is not it.
of stuff. On July 20th, Hunter Avalon would be streaming and talking about the Keffals situation when he went on her Kiwi Farms thread and scrolled through it for his chat trying to find Flamenco and if he had any involvement with the docs at all. This was a clear mistake on his part showing the thread to his viewers, and Keffals would be made aware of this, making a post about what he had just done. He would make his own post.
They have my IP? Well, that sucks. Do they hate me or something? I feel like, well, oh well. I mean, alright. Oh well.
Saying it was a complete error and a mistake on his part, taking accountability for
Why would they have a problem with me? I've never said anything about their website.
what he had done, and saying he would delete the stream
Well, until now.
as soon as he could. Hunter would also wind up getting to apologize to Keffals face to face as well, but let's just say things went in a direction we're already familiar with. Their conversation starts off fine, with Hunter apologizing to her for showing her docs on stream and saying that he was 100% in the wrong for that. Keffals mentions Flamenco once more and why Hunter was even talking about him, and Hunter replies saying that it was because he was looking for his involvement in the docs, but then Keffals made a familiar statement on how it doesn't matter if he was involved with the docs or not, but since he was active in the thread, he is at fault.
I think 100% of the people in the thread are complicit because it's a mob mentality. It's a group behavior. And everyone who's in the thread who isn't actively against that behavior is encouraging that behavior.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here
Dude, the Hunter Avalon stuff is so interesting. So this guy was like anti-SJW YouTube back in 2016, 2017. And then like during COVID or something, he completely changed all of his political views. And he made like a why I left the right video or something. I don't even know if I want to get into that. And he had like a divorce or something. And it was like, half the video was like I had a divorce and now I'm like joining the left wing or something. Very, very peculiar, very strange, abnormal.
to defend Flamenco or Kiwi Farms. Like I said, the only reason I was even on Kiwi Farms to begin with is because I saw your debate with Stardust, and I was thinking, oh, well, I want to see how much involvement it seemed that Flamenco had with the actual docs.
More conversing goes on, and Hunter would explain his reason for showing the website was to show how convoluted everything was for his viewers.
The reason I even showed it there was simply to just show the stream how convoluted and chaotic the massive amounts of threads even were.
Keffals would start to say it doesn't matter if his intent was good or not, but since he used the site to make money off that, he was still in the wrong, which Hunter finds ironic given she did the same thing when dunking on Destiny on her stream 2 days prior.
You ended up doing the exact same thing that Flamenco did, and the exact same thing that Destiny did, where it's like, okay, you might not be actively engaging on the forum, you might not have been actively posting docs, but by talking about it and by monetizing the content on that site, you are literally making money off of...
What does that even mean? So if you use the website, you're a bad person? I'm trying to understand the argument here that it's like if you talk about things that are on the website, you're generating traffic to the website.
You might not have been actively posting docs.
So it's basically, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you actually dox people or do anything malicious. It just matters if you use the website. Why? Who cares?
Talking about it and by monetizing the content on that site, you are literally...
Can you even make money from the site, or is it like we're talking about like talking about the site? It's a form accusing that he's making money off her misfortune, but like how though? Maybe I'm just not following here.
Literally making money off of the targeted harassment.
Plus, she literally spent like most of her career trying to get this website taken off of Cloudflare for like DDoS protection, which seems like blowing things out of proportion like a lot, right?
That I receive online.
Well, I'm sorry, wait, by talking about it?
Yeah, by talking about it, by using the content from that website,
but
you're monetizing it.
Didn't you've posted the link, or at least the logs where Destiny posted the link to it, and I know you've talked about the Kiwi Farms thing on your stream, right? Like I wasn't getting content off of it. I was explaining the situation.
So this person's like a parent basically saying you're not allowed to go on this website, right? Very peculiar. Why? Why does someone accessing a website and then like reading off of it for a stream matter so much? Like for this person, for Keffals, because somebody on that same website posted a dox. That's like me saying you can't use Twitter because there's like bad stuff on Twitter that I don't like, or people talk about me on Twitter. Someone roasted me on Twitter, guys. Don't ever use that. You can't read tweets for your content because then more people will read Twitter, and on Twitter, people are talking bad about me. It's like, yeah, it's like guilt by association. That's super stupid. And also, by complaining about it so much, she's driving more traffic to the website. By saying you can't do that, they're just gonna make people want to do it. That just seems so stupid. If you really have that much of an issue with it, DM the dude privately and be like, hey, can you not use this website because if people see it, then they're gonna go on there and maybe find something negative about me. This is such the wrong way to go about it. And even it honestly seems to me like she wants to make a mountain out of a molehill so that there's like more drama and she can start beef with creators and stuff. Streisand effect. Literally it's the Streisand effect.
Their conversation would quickly derail as Keffals was now focusing on the ideal that monetizing the website and its contents is bad.
What does that even, what does monetizing the website mean? Are we talking about reading like posts on there on stream? Is that what we're talking about?
Doing the same thing only 2 days ago, and starts to get frustrated, saying how even though he apologized, he still showed her docs to everyone, basically not accepting the apology and getting caught up in her feelings.
That's the only point that I was trying to make.
I mean, I guess you more than some other people, you actually published my docs in a YouTube video.
Okay.
You know, after you spent like the entire
recognized that there was a mistake. I don't know what you want me to say at this point.
So he doxed, or he showed her docs in a video. That's kind of like not good, right? Is that true?
That website, but you're monetizing it.
Didn't you've posted the link, or at least the logs where Destiny posted the link to it, and I know you've talked about the Kiwi Farms thing on your stream, right? Like I wasn't getting content off of it. I was explaining the situation, really. Somebody was on at the time too, giving me
okay, but posting someone's IP is kind of like doxing them. Obviously, it's a more mild form of doxing, but like still.
Their conversation would quickly derail as Keffals was now focusing on the ideal that monetizing the website and its contents is bad, despite doing the same thing only 2 days ago, and starts to get frustrated, saying how even though he apologized, he still showed her docs to everyone, basically not accepting the apology and getting caught up in her feelings.
That's the only point that I was trying to make.
I mean, I guess you more than some other people, you actually published my docs in a YouTube video.
Okay.
You know, after you spent like the entire
recognized that there was a mistake. I don't know what you want me to say at this point.
After you spent like the entire stream shit-talking me to the audience.
They start to argue a bit, with Hunter saying he feels Keffals is trying to look for a reason to villainize him in her head and start a fight, and then the sight of a familiar friend causes everything to go haywire.
That's a funny chat. I have your IP address. So do I, little bro. It's mine.
That you're trying to start a fight is because
Why is Flamenco TV in your chat right now, by the way?
Dude, dude, who cares, bro? I've noticed somebody's in your chat. Why is he there? Dude, I don't know. He clicked on the link and joined the stream. Dude, anyone can join anyone's stream and type in chat, bro.
I don't know.
You don't know.
How would he know? And what?
No, I don't know. People can comment in my chat if they would like to. That's not my problem right now. The thing is that you're trying to walk away from the actual.
Does he comment there frequently?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But you're not going to do any job moderating your chat, like the people who.
Why are wait. Keflis,
yes.
Please.
Yes.
Stop.
What?
Stop doing this
Stop
right
what?
now. You're trying
what?
to do no. You're playing this guilt by association game.
Guilt by association.
At this point,
you fucking doxed me using my Kiwi Farm thread.
So
how are you
I get that you're gonna keep on going back to this.
How are you this much of a manipulated piece of shit? Like seriously?
The fact that
you don't know what you're talking about.
Because I don't need to take responsibility for criticizing your dumb tweet beforehand.
I
don't need to take responsibility.
Bungie has a couple of videos on Keffels too. Yeah, we might watch those, but he's more like entertainment and less information. I kind of just want information.
Responsibility for that.
You fucking doxed me, dude.
I take responsibility for that. But you are trying to then criticize me for other issues as well.
Thank you, Aggie, man, for the $5. Hi, Dream. We're not doing that again, bro.
Exactly. Because if you want to take responsibility for it, why are you not listening about the bigger picture surrounding how you fucked up?
Wait, the fuck up was the mistakenly showing the screen which had the docs on it. The fuck up was not me criticizing you prior. No. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really.
You're gonna keep doing this ooh woo shit at me.
I'm not doing any ooh woo shit. I'm trying to stay calm, and I'm trying to have a human face-to-face conversation with you.
Why is this?
Bro, this is so mentally ill, freaking out because, by the way, she's about to have like a panic attack and like spaz out, all because an individual typed in this person's chat. Hey, why is that person in your chat? I don't know. They clicked on my stream and they're now typing in my chat. I don't know what happened in their day prior to this happening. They maybe just got out the shower and were bored and wanted to watch a stream, so maybe they're watching mine. Okay, well, moderate your chat. What does that even mean, moderate my chat? He typed a message in my chat that didn't violate my community's TOS. We want to just ban him for existing?
Person upset that I doxed them. Are they okay? Shut up.
Oh my god, this is a meltdown.
You're acting like unhinged right now.
You're acting unhinged right now. Because you doxed me on your stream. You fucking cuck.
Okay, so
out of nowhere.
Can I ask you a question, please? If I have already acknowledged the mistake I made as far as the docs.
Literally crying because someone was in his chat, bro. On Jase Onfroy, this is unhinged.
Thing. Why are you trying to tie in the prior criticism that I levied against your tweet to somehow fault me for that as well? Do you want to talk? Oh, she left. She left. Oh my god.
I recommend you check out that video on your own time as well, because it's pretty clear she was looking for anything she could to stay mad at Hunter. He apologized for showing the docs, but Keffels decided to focus on a negative tweet he made about her that had nothing to do with the docs to victimize herself further, and when he wasn't having any of that, she went off the handle because he wasn't falling into her hands. There was no reason to stay mad at Hunter, but she wanted to control him and make him apologize for every bad thing he said about her so she can look better publicly on Twitter, but when he wasn't having any of that, she threw a tantrum and left the call instead. Things get a bit more interesting though, as sometime after their argument, Keffels would DM Hunter's wife after realizing the argument made her look bad to public eyes. The first set of messages
DM Hunter's wife. That's how you do it. That's based.
This is Keffels saying that it was outside forces trying to get them to fight, and that she wants to apologize to him privately after speaking ill on his name publicly. The next would be her saying why she can't apologize publicly, that being because she doesn't want to talk about Kiwi Farms publicly and wanting to basically take everything down and move on, saying that it was the Kiwi Farms users in his chat that caused her to lose her cool and start the fight, not her. Hunter was sum things up pretty well after reading these.
So just don't take responsibility for having a mental breakdown that you basically self-inflicted. This is just, I'm already seeing a mentally ill pattern of behavior. No bueno. All right, so this is just the whole entire freak out. This is like more, I guess, Kiwi Farm stuff, the Destiny Manifesto. Okay, yeah, we'll get into all this. Yeah, so the whole DMing people's wives because they talk crap about you on stream is just really bizarre. Such a weird thing that people do that, because that's what I think Boogie did to Mudahar's wife as well.
First chat to see.
This to me reads a little bit disingenuous. This to me,
I don't really want to do a public conversation because I don't want to talk about Kiwi Farms anymore. It's a site filled with okay, great.
Sounds like somebody who recognized that they didn't look too good in the conflict, and wanted me to take everything
Damage
down.
Control. And
they would take everything down about me, so long as we were able to talk privately. I don't know why that needs to happen. Not to mention, there should be a record of what happened and how our conversation went. Because what's stopping Keffals from running off after our private conversation and claiming that I said the T slur, or claiming that I did nothing but scream at her the whole time? If there's no evidence to contradict that, then it can just be used and weaponized against me further.
Given Keffals is a known manipulator, I can't say he doesn't have a point in wanting everything to be public between them. Keffals would end up making a members only video about Hunter, and so he would go through it and see what she says about him in a video of his own on August 4th. She mischaracterizes him, saying he didn't understand the ramifications of accidentally showing the docs, and so Hunter aptly replies,
Hunter seemingly did not understand the kind of ramifications of doing that, especially after you start the stream by attacking my character.
Reacting
and priming
to
the worst people in your audience to use that information to harm
reacting
me
to a stream.
And the people I care about.
Riveting
Foremost,
content.
Of course I recognize the potential ramifications of accidentally showing someone's docs. Of course. If I didn't, I would not have apologized. Of course it has potential ramifications, and that is what I was so sorry for.
Hunter is like super annoying too. I don't even want to listen to him.
On August 9th, Keffals would post a video to YouTube unlike anything she's made thus far. She had been swatted on the 7th by people using her docs, pretending to be her, and sending emails to every London, Ontario City Council member, threatening to shoot people after killing her own mother. Notably,
what did I just hear, bro? What was that sentence, G?
She had been swatted on the 7th by people using her docs, pretending to be her, and sending emails to every London, Ontario City Council member, threatening to shoot people after killing her own mother, notably claiming how she woke up to the police force with a rifle in her face.
Jeez.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services, pointing an assault rifle in my face. At my home.
Whoa! Oh yeah. It was confirmed she lied about this too, right? That she had an assault rifle pointed into her face when she woke up. It's like, this is how I imagine it went. It's like, whoa, there's a gun in my face. And then I think she was like workshopping this, like on Twitter. It was like, well, I didn't say an assault rifle in my face. It was more of just a dox. Just in general, I was swatted, and it wasn't like not specifically a gun in my face. And I believe she used this to fund money, like do a GoFundMe, and then also the Drop Kiwi Farms thing.
And referred to her as her son when speaking to her mother.
During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. I was booked in the station under my dead name. The police, when talking to my mother, referred to me as her son.
She talks about her arrest and how the police seized all the—
Wait, I'm sorry. Does anyone in chat care about that, like, at all? Does that matter? Why even bring that up? That makes... I had an assault rifle pointed in my face. I saw death in the face. Oh, also, they referred to me as my mother's son. More worried about the dead, well, not more worried, but like bringing up the dead name in the same sentence of like almost being dead with like the gun in the face. Like one of those is significantly more important than the other.
Their electronics, and how because of this they were now unemployed and she had to spend thousands of dollars to replace the items.
What is this?
Because of the negligence of the police, we were both left functionally unemployed, and I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones, so our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened to us.
She would place a lot of blame on the police for their actions, saying things like how since they have their fiance's computer they can't work on their PhD studies, and how they are traumatized with how they were treated, and announces she'd be opening up a GoFundMe to move, recoup losses, and build a legal fund.
I started a GoFundMe to move immediately, recoup my losses, and build a legal fund to protect my rights.
She would talk about any journalists wanting to speak to her, and ends things off again, reiterating that she thought she was gonna die after seeing the gun pointed at her.
When I was woken up by police officers and saw the assault rifle pointed at me, I thought I was going to die.
The goal of the GoFundMe was—
yeah, so this— damn, $12,000, bro. Low-key the move. Quick little finesse. That's what we call a devious lick right here. This is called hitting the most gigantic lick known of mankind, okay? And prior to this, keep in mind, on record, grooming children. So it's like, I'm gonna have my career and reputation be that this person who gets minors on HRT, etc. And then my docs gets posted, and people obviously know that I'm like a disgusting person. So they do something that should not be done, of course, the swatting and the fake threats and impersonation, totally indefensible. But, you know, and then it's like, oh, my life was ruined. And then she apparently fabricates this story, which I hope he gets into, Lanza gets into. But then basically does a $20,000 GoFundMe to move to a different country or just move, get a new house, move all her stuff and get new stuff. And just got 12,000 Canadian, bro. That's what we call a devious lick. This is finessery 101 right here. Quick little hustle. I need your help because I can't do this alone. I started a GoFundMe after being victimized by London Police Services. This is London, I think, in Canada, right? London Police Services for being the victim of a hate crime. What? So the police committed the hate crime? Interesting. I need to move immediately, recoup my losses, and build legal fund to protect my rights. I've been subject to emotional damages, financial damages, blatant violations of human rights. This is just yapping. Cat with the $5. Acheeto, I would never be scared if you pointed the gun at me. What is that even, bro? What? Let's see. Where is this going, all right? Because surely this $12,000 isn't going to be spent on not what she said it would be spent on, right? Right, guys? Who would ever lie on a GoFundMe? Who would ever just use sympathy to gain money and then not do what was said to be promised with this money?
And at the bottom of the page, it specifies that if met, she recouped her losses and could move, and anything after that would be put towards a legal fund. Along with this would be a press kit of the evidence bags having her old last name on it to show that the London police had used it, and a copy of the police warrant to search her home. News sources would talk about this incident, and it would soon spread around Twitter like wildfire as people were supporting her after this swatting attack. In an interview with the local news station, Keffals would exclaim that she went into the hallway and saw the assault rifle, already contradicting herself as she said she woke up to it in her face.
When I went into the hallway and then saw that assault rifle, on August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services pointing an assault rifle in my face.
Are we contradicting are we doing a little contradiction right off the bat? Uh-oh.
Keffals would get all her electronics back 3 days after the swatting on August 10th, with people even recording her at one point while moving the stuff back to her place. While this is going on, she's raising the goal of her GoFundMe, going from 20k to 40k to 80k, and so on that same day,
yeah, 53 racks. Can I get a GoFundMe just in general?
She would stream about why she kept raising the goal of it.
74,000? How do you excuse this, bro? All you needed was 20k, and you knew that. Going into it, setting it at 20k is already pushing it, because you want to set it higher than you think it should be just so you can get more.
And she would say that.
People kept asking me why I'm raising the goal when it hits the goal. And the reason why is because, yes, I'm using these funds to move, but more importantly, once I'm safe, the rest of those funds are going to be used for legal expenses.
But didn't she say that after it hits 20k? At this point, this is just money laundering. So literally, it hits 20k, and then she raises it. She said at 20k, if it breaks 20k, well, I'll use the rest on the legal funds. $75,000 later, is that not good enough? I think $74,000 is enough to move and have a legal fund. This is a hype.
Because I'm not just moving.
Yeah. Right.
I'm also taking legal action. I already have one lawyer, and I'm consulting with 2 more.
Now, not to spoil this, and chat, don't spoil it, but I do remember, this is what I do know. This went up to 100,000, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, just from, I've heard some mumblings, she spent it all on cocaine.
I'm going to get justice for what happened to me, and for every other marginalized person
I believe that's
in this
right.
country who has been victimized.
So, Keffals says she planned on using the money for legal action,
Something
and that's
like that.
part of why she kept raising the goal.
Let's see.
On August 11th, London, Ontario Police Chief Steve Williams would put out a statement saying no dynamic entry happened and that the officers were let in after knocking on the door and presenting themselves. He would also say that at no time under custody was Keffals referred to by her dead name, and the usage of her old last name stems from a previous encounter, as whenever someone comes into police contact, they use that current info and keep using it as they didn't know about her name change until they arrested her recently. This all makes sense, and suddenly people were questioning Keffals
My
for
life is in danger. I need your help.
the inconsistency in the police response, and why she mischaracterized them dead naming her as pure malice rather than the way the records are handled. Keffals would post saying that her legal team advises her not to talk about her legal plans going forward, but that she plans on seeking justice at one point or another, saying how she can't disclose anything yet as this is real life shit and not some online streamer drama. She would say she appreciates all the support she's gotten, and that she finally raised enough money on the GoFundMe to move, and that anything additional would go towards her legal fund. You know, that
Didn't she say... Holy, oh my god. She said that at 20k.
original 80+ thousand that is currently a little over 1,000 because she kept
it's insane to me too. This person is like, this is the greatest thing to ever happen to her, by the way. 100K, 100K off a fabricated story, bro. Oh my God, bro. If only I could just do that, bro. It's this easy. It's literally this easy. Just invent a victim narrative of transphobia ruining your life and get 100K. Just print it. It's that easy. Cops just attacked me in my own home. Time to get rich. Yeah, literally. And not just like the 20K rich, which is already more than she needed. $100,000 for one individual person.
Keffals would wipe her Discord.
We purge all the channels where we okay.
Most likely because the police are now watching her. And on August 13th would update people saying she is now in a hotel room, along with posting a picture of her cats on the hotel bed. It took Kiwi Farms users only a few hours to find a hotel after cross-referencing the bed sheets, and so on August 18th she would move to another hotel after taunting people that they wouldn't find her now. Also on that day, she would make a brand new YouTube.
I just don't get it at this point. Why wouldn't you just get off the internet for a bit? Like, you have the $100,000, you don't need to stream for a while. You've made like what most people make in a year in like a month off of just existing and getting donations, right? So why do you need to like I don't know, just get off the internet? Like, that just seems smart. Am I crazy, or if I get 100K in a month for not doing anything, or like we're not, you know, whatever, just like GoFundMe. And the reason I got it was because of a problem that was caused on the internet that negatively affected me. I would just be off the internet and enjoy my money. Just take a vacation. Just chill.
Video explaining that she was doxxed by Kiwi Farm.
Things have escalated. Now I'm in hiding. Just get off the internet. Just leave the internet at this point. I think she's just milking it because she knows this. If she furthers the victim narrative, she can get even more money.
Bad the site is. Going over 3 stories of people's suicides
like
that are attributed to the website. She goes on to explain that she'd be using a green screen and other measures so that Kiwi Farm users can't harass her anymore, and basically talks about how she'll be listening to her legal counsel and that people need to fight back against Kiwi Farms for all that they have done.
Kiwi Farms is operated with impunity because they are relatively unknown outside of the internet. We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them.
3 days later on August 21st, the unnamed website mentioned earlier would hack into her Uber account and order at least $131 worth of food to her new location, with a receipt of the order along to boot. Keffals would post a picture of the food on her new hotel bed sheets, and like clockwork, this new hotel will be doxxed in a few hours, with her pinning the blame solely on Kiwi.
Just get off the internet at this point. Dude, come on. I'm in hiding. Posts it to YouTube. Why would you, like, it's like playing hide and seek and being like, I'm not in the kitchen. Is that you in the kitchen? Yeah. Why? This is so brain dead, dude. Like, this seems so counterproductive.
The unnamed website would take credit for the Uber hack and post a massive dox of Keffals and her family, and after this, Keffals would blame Kiwi Farms more and more and move overseas to flee from the internet harassment she's been getting. She would move to an unknown location and start up a live.
I left the continent. I'm hiding, but I'm not here. Why would you? It's like you're playing hot and cold with the internet. Colder, I'm not in this continent. Stop, dude. This is self-sabotaging.
She would move
to Keffals vent
to an unknown location and start up a live stream, and the unnamed website would figure out exactly.
Why are you still live? You have 100K. Just go on vacation. Go to a beach. Go swimming.
Where she was on August 26th, thanks to a doorknob, the fact she said she was in Ireland, and because she was living with someone who was previously doxxed months prior, taking credit for doxing her again and announcing she was in Northern Ireland. During all this, Keffals would push her followers to post the hashtag #DropKiwiFarms towards Cloudflare, the website hosting their protection, constantly showing anything she could possibly use to get the website dehosted. The site would go offline for a 3-day period between August 26th to the 29th, showing that this campaign was putting a significant amount of pressure far beyond what people initially believed, with her constantly posting about the site along with
not smoking weed for 420K subs, alright? Stop.
Followers of hers. On August 27th, Keffals would ramp things up further by telling her Ukrainian followers to go after the physical location where the Kiwi Farm servers are located.
No. Oh my god. So just trespass and do property damage? What a moron, dude.
Also slyly adding the notion that the site hosts pro-Russian propaganda in
address.
order to sweeten the message. You know, the countries currently at war between each other. Around this
we're literally like at war, but our biggest issue is Kiwi Farms.
Time, an archived post of her wishing someone to get swatted went around, bringing a weird sense of hypocrisy and irony to the whole crusade.
Dude, this person is just so unbelievable.
On August 28th, she would drag Joshua Moon's mother into the mess, despite her having nothing to do with the drama and it being purely out of malice and spite. That same day, she would make a post saying that it was fair game because his site had led to harassment on her end, and that anybody with an active Kiwi Farms account was in her crosshairs, saying that she will dox them herself if she has to in order to ruin their lives, only deleting the tweet because she didn't want to get mass reported off of Twitter. On August 29th, Keffels would state that a Kiwi Farms user
gets doxed, incites doxing. So brain dead.
Identified her location and threatened to show up, but that she found her identity and told the police, again pointing out that the website needs to be taken down. This user would end up posting on 4chan that he went to her location instead of Kiwi Farms on August 30th when the site was back up, and Keffels would use this 4chan post to place the blame on Kiwi Farms rather than the site it came from the next day. The person would come to be known as Teddy, someone who had their own personal beef with Keffels as he believed she and the person she was living with were taking down Union Jack flags in place of transgender flags, and he was mad about it. At one point in a post from Jesse Singal, he stated he had no connections to Kiwi Farms but instead is a foodist, a follower of Foodison, someone who is known for making videos saying bad stuff about people who have recently died. On the same day she posted the 4chan post, she mentioned
what is
how
this,
Northern
bro?
Ireland police showed up to her door because someone had attempted to swat her, but that she was okay and fine, even saying the police were friendly to her. Also on the same day, Cloudflare responded to this campaign by Keffels with a blog post stating they don't like to take down sites simply because it can host bad content, but only if it's considered a legitimate threat to people. Keffels would respond after seeing this blog post, and the campaign would ramp up further after being acknowledged by Cloudflare about what she was doing. On September 3rd, Cloudflare would block Kiwi Farms from using their services.
Yeah, I want to see what happened to this money. Is there anything else like in this video specifically that I need to know?
I can actually show that messages were posted on that Twitch account after Near had supposedly committed suicide.
Destiny would go on to talk about the unnamed website and how they contributed more to Keffels' plight than Kiwi Farms, but that for whatever reason Keffels doesn't want to talk about them. He would talk about the swatting and go over the inconsistencies like we've seen already, and even talks about the time when Northern Ireland police went to her door. It turns out this wasn't a swatting attempt like she'd been trying to say, but it was actually someone who called the police to report the previous stalker that showed up to her place and took the picture outside. They give a statement to Destiny showing their frustration that Keffels would turn a good deed made out of concern into something out of malice to fit her narrative, and that they only reported to the police that someone had threatened her.
I missed a lot. Okay, well,
talk more about the GoFundMe situation, and then we'll get into the DIY HRT website mentioned earlier run by Chloe with a lot of info to go over. Now previously in this video, we went over that the site was made for minors to access hormones, that one of the sources made homemade medicine which was extremely concerning, and that Keffels started to support the website on June 26th this very year. Even as recently as September 14th, Keffels would state that she stands by supporting the website, showing that she wasn't backing down
trans mask guide, trans femme guide, bro.
Despite the very real concern of supplying minors with permanent body altering drugs, run by someone who's bragged about getting minors on HRT behind their parents' backs.
I'm glad how well this went because I stand by supporting the DIY HRT directory.
So, wait, what the nah, that's insane. That's like, I know I joke a lot about like, oh, that should be illegal, that should be a crime, but like this, I feel like this should be like a crime, like straight up. Like this should, I don't know, kind of get you investigated or something.
This on the H3H3 podcast on September 9th, she would say it was just like a Twitch stream to the public, and then later on had to drop the slide once Ethan and Hila Klein noticed the link to the site on the top of her website.
So where do you guys do this? Is it like a Discord or something, or like a community?
Oh, it's like a Twitch stream.
Oh, just on Twitch?
Yeah.
So it's all just out in the public?
Yeah.
Because they make me it sound like you have some kind of secret or some community spot that's not publicly seen where you're talking with kids and stuff, but that's not even the case.
No.
I want to give you an opportunity to talk about this because there's people who are pointing this out, that on your website, keffels.gg, you have a link here that says do it DIY HRT.
Yeah. So it's a website where people can learn about DIY hormones.
On September 13th,
wait, low key, should I check this out and see if I can get some more tests? Hop on a cycle. Does this work? Maybe I'm not gonna risk it, but like, dude, make my own testosterone. Hop.
Can learn about DIY hormones.
Dude, this would be.
On September 13th, a user in the Destiny subreddit would make a post about the Otokonoko Pharmaceuticals website we've seen that makes homemade HRT, showing that they also have a guide on how to make your own bathtub HRT. Destiny and his team would find out that the link is around even after being scrubbed publicly from the internet, most likely through interested parties that trust one another, along with seeing that Neotard, the owner of this—
Like, I know, like, it's never okay, but, like, is once a year you have, like, a testosterone injection. Is that, like, horrible? I feel like that's not, like, horrible. You know what I mean? Not like as a non-transgender, you know what I mean? Because like the steroid shit is like you have to do it like once every few weeks. Like what if you just do it once a month or once a year, not once a month?
The site lied about its registry where she's located. Also something worth noting.
Not this. No, not this stuff, bro. Dude, directions: keep out of reach of parents. Injecting myself with heroin once a month be worth it? All right, well, never mind.
And one of the sides of the box specifically says to keep out of reach of parents in bright red text, meaning this product was made for minors and to keep it secret from their own parents. Keffels herself is familiar with Otokonoko Pharmaceuticals, as when on the Red Planet podcast on March 15th, 2022, 3 months before she starts to sponsor Chloe's DIY HRT site, she makes reference on how someone talked about how concerning the boxing was to them.
I remember when like fucking like Andy and how do you say his last name? NGO?
No.
Was like yeah, he was losing his shit about the packaging.
What an interesting site to promote and sponsor. They will look into another linked site, Lena Kiev, and find out they had their own bathtub HRT guide as well, with an updated version coming out as recently as this year. The guide was even posted directly in Keffels' own Discord server along with the message encouraging that person.
Yeah, no, this is unacceptable. This is so unacceptable. It's crazy to me, like, Destiny can get his Twitch ban for saying, like, trans women should not compete in women's sports, but Keffels has a Twitch and a YouTube and has literally not only promoted bathtub HRT to minors, but has bragged about getting, what did she say? Over 20 or like a dozen on it. That's insane. So insane to me. And, you know, is there an investigation on this person? Is that happening? It should. 100% should be happening.
And to use it for
500 people? No, that was the other person, the Chloe person who Keffels is friends with. So she's not getting kills, she's getting assists. It's like if you damage somebody in COD and then your friend finishes him. That's not your kill, but it's an assist. So she's got 12 confirmed kills, 500 plus assists.
Educational purposes, showing that her audience knows the existence of these homemade HRT websites. Destiny would question why Keffels has been so shifty about this info on the website, playing a clip of Chloe saying she personally knows all the providers on her own website.
All the homebrew suppliers that, you know, I've listed, they're all people that I've personally
Does this person sound like a medical professional or like a creep that would try to groom you on Skype?
Or DM'd, and I know a lot about their safety methods and whatnot.
The next day on the 14th, those two websites would be silently taken off Chloe's website, and on the 15th, they would add a web crawler to keep track of the archive links Destiny and his team were keeping, along with adding an age gate despite the site's purpose being for minors to access HRT, as said by Keffels herself. Even small things like the mention of a minor to get Bitcoin was changed, clearly showing they were trying—
Yo! That's so sussy. If you have to buy some shit with Bitcoin, usually it's illegal. Usually. Like, I had a friend who was, he was buying, was it like a fake ID or something? Which I don't condone or whatever. And, you need to, like, not only have, like, Ethereum, but you need to, like, wash it or something. You need to, like transfer it back and forth and, like, de-anonymize it or something, or anonymize the crypto in order to even use it. So, I don't know.
The next day on the 14th, those two websites would be silently taken off Chloe's website, and on the 15th, they would add a web crawler to keep track of the archive links Destiny and his team were keeping, along with adding an age gate despite the site's purpose being for minors to access HRT, as said by Keffels herself. Even small things like the mention of a minor to get Bitcoin—
If you're a minor, get a trusted adult to purchase the Bitcoin for you, or go to your local BTC ATM. That's great.
It was changed, clearly showing they were trying to scrub any mention of minors on the site to save their own skin. It was clear that Keffels, Chloe, and whoever else was with them were watching Destiny and his team and trying to thwart their investigation on the website. Things get really interesting on September 17th, when Chloe—
Why does this Chloe person go by Bob?
—herself reached out to Destiny and was trying to figure him out and what he was doing, funnily enough inadvertently confirming those messages Keffels sent to Winter were legit and not fake like she tried to imply. Chloe would say that Keffels has offered to speak to him one-on-one to squash their beef after seeing Destiny was gathering this really incriminating info on her, and their convo would wane off about the drama, with Chloe admitting she regrets letting Keffels sponsor the site due to the drama surrounding her name. Destiny would get into a conversation with Keffals herself for the first time, with her trying to convince him to drop his investigation as it was a waste of time, notably saying that neither of them want to deal with the manifesto reaching the news cycle. She would say that she never wanted to talk about that unnamed website due to them being smarter than Kiwi Farms, and that if this situation ends up in the news cycle, it could lead to his YouTube channel being terminated. You know, a sly threat at Destiny for daring to search for the truth and publish what he and his team found on her. It gets even weirder though.
Okay, but whatever happened to the 100K, bro? Can someone link me to a video that explains what happened with this money?
Psychonaut Wiki, Josekins, would message Destiny that night and try to say they were the founder of the DIY HRT site and started it with their friend, seemingly trying to fish for any info from him about his investigation while also trying to throw him off the scent. The DIY HRT GitHub repo would be taken offline so no future changes to the site could be tracked, and the site would get blacklisted from archive.org after being asked so. Destiny would beg the question, if the site is just a wiki listing sources as Keffals has claimed, what's with all the secrecy and fishiness surrounding the people involved, going as far to track everything they're investigating, so much in fact Keffals was willing to message him one-on-one to get him to stop. Funnily enough, during the stream, Chloe would...
And then Destiny drops the manifesto. Okay, gotcha. All right, let me just see what else there is on this person.